1970, something rolled off the assembly line that would shake the asphalt of American muscle car history. It wasn't just loud. It wasn't just fast. It was a mechanical rebellion wrapped in steel, the 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda. Only 666 of these monsters were built. 14 were convertibles. And today, a single one can fetch well over $1 million. But why? What made this rare predator of the pavement go from dealership reject to holy grail of the mopar kingdom? Because this isn't just a car. It's a legend that nearly got forgotten and now is roaring back to life. To understand the 1970 HEMI Cuda, you have to rewind to the roots. Born from the third generation of the Plymouth Barracuda line, the Cuda was placed on Chrysler's new E-body platform, wider, shorter, and far more aggressive than its predecessor. This wasn't an update. This was a rebirth. Its frame gave engineers the space to drop in something outrageous. The legendary 426 HEMI 5.8, a monster originally built for NASCAR. With 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque, the HEMI engine was so ferocious it came with warning labels. Imagine pressing the throttle and feeling the earth shift beneath you, the vibration crawling up your spine, the smell of gas and burning rubber swirling around the cockpit. This wasn't driving, this was combat. What drives a collector to spend over $1 million for a four-wheeled relic from 1970? Why do barn finders risk everything, chasing rumors through dusty fields and locked garages, hoping to unearth just one untouched HEMI Cuda? The answer: owning a piece of American myth, a car that embodies the golden age of horsepower, rebellion, and the relentless pursuit of speed. And then there's the shaker hood scoop. Not a design gimmick, a functional masterpiece, bolted directly to the engine. It trembled with raw energy every time you hit the ignition. It wasn't just for show. It whispered, "This car is alive." Even now, people ask, why did it shake? What was the point? The real question is, have you ever seen fear in a car's reflection? The HEMI Cuda was not just another Barracuda. It was born from a revolution. In 1970, Plymouth unleashed the new E-body platform, wider, lower, and meaner than anything before. The fastback was gone, replaced by a coupe and convertible, with a stance so aggressive it looked ready to pounce even at a standstill. The E-body was shorter and wider than its predecessor, designed to dominate both the street and the strip. Stories abound of HEMI, Cudas rediscovered after decades in hiding, dusty, forgotten, but still potent. Each barn find is a resurrection, a second chance for a legend to roar again. These tales of rediscovery add another layer to the car's mystique, proving that legends never die. To drive a 1970 HEMI Cuda is to experience the raw, unfiltered essence of American muscle. The sound, the fury, the sensation of unleashing nearly 500 pounds FT of torque, it's a visceral, unforgettable rush. This car is more than metal and rubber. It's a time machine, a bridge to an era when horsepower was king and the open road was a promise. Back in the day, the HEMI Cuda was not a bestseller. Dealers couldn't move them. At nearly $900 extra for the HEMI engine alone, it was an outrageous price. Insurance companies hated it, and most buyers went for cheaper 383 or 440 models. So Chrysler limited production. The result? Instant rarity, unintentional exclusivity, the kind of miscalculation that would later turn into gold. And here's the twist. The car that nobody wanted in 1970 is now one of the most valuable muscle cars in existence. Under the hood lurked the reason for the legend, the 426 cubic inch HEMI V8. This engine wasn't just powerful, it was mythical. Rated at 425 horsepower and 490 pounds-feet of torque, the HEMI was a race-bred monster, a direct descendant of the engines that terrorized drag strips and NASCAR ovals. It was so potent, so wild, that insurance companies trembled and competitors scrambled to keep up. The most iconic feature? The shaker hood scoop, a functional, engine-mounted air intake that quivered with every heartbeat of the HEMI. Not just a visual statement, it fed cold air directly to the beast within, amplifying both performance and attitude. When the engine roared, the shaker danced, a visible sign that this car was alive and hungry. Let's talk numbers. 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.6 seconds. A quarter mile in around 13.4 seconds at over 105 miles per hour. In 1970, that was face melting. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't just the power, it was how it used it. With upgraded suspension, the Dana 60 axle, and improved weight distribution, the HEMI Cuda could actually handle all that rage. Not just a straight line hero, a full-blown street warrior. Inside, it felt like a cockpit built for war. A pistol grip shifter that locked into your palm, an ignition switch placed upside down, door handles that clicked forward to lock. The HEMI Cuda wasn't just about straight line speed. It featured upgraded suspension, heavy-duty shocks, and the legendary Dana 60 rear axle, components chosen to withstand the HEMI's earth-shaking torque. This was a car built to handle the demands of the street, the strip, and everything in between. It wasn't trying to be elegant, it was trying to be unforgettable. And then, the options. Want to go louder? Add dual exhaust. More presence? Order in Plum Crazy or Limelight. Rally wheels. Track pack upgrades? You could make your Cuda look like something from a garage dream journal. But make no mistake, if you ordered the HEMI, you were signing up for danger. Most didn't. That's why only 666 exist. Let's pause here, because this next part is wild. Only 14 HEMI Cuda convertibles were built. One recently sold at auction for over $3.5 million. That's not just rare, that's royal blood. It's the kind of sale that makes collectors cry and historians cheer. Some of these beasts disappeared for decades. One was found under a tarp in Arizona, another in a storage unit, untouched since the 70s, dust covered, tires deflated. But the moment the hood was popped, the world stopped. Original paint, numbers matching, engine intact. They weren't just survivors, they were time capsules. If you ever get the chance, hear one, see one, or if you're truly lucky, drive one. Remember, you're not just witnessing a car, you're touching a legend. The 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda isn't just history. It's a living, breathing piece of American soul. The hunt continues. Will you be the one to find the next legend? What others miss in telling this story is the human heartbeat behind the machine. The obsession, the chase, the legends whispered in garages and auction halls. The HEMI Cuda is not just a car, it's the ultimate quest, and the story is far from over. Today, the 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda is more than a car. It's a cultural monument. It influenced generations of muscle cars. Its shark-like body lines, its hockey stick stripes, its raw, unfiltered aggression. Even modern Dodge Challengers tip their hats to the Cuda. This wasn't a car built for the average man. It was built for the unhinged, the bold, the few who saw it, not as transport, but as transformation. And here's the thing. If one of these ever crosses your path, stop. Listen to the engine, feel the weight of history under that hood. Because the 1970 HEMI Cuda doesn't just drive, it haunts. Subscribe to Vintage Gear for more legendary stories like this. The past isn't gone, it's just waiting to be started.